My name is Rocío Villalobos. I visit at the Hutto Detention Center in Taylor, Texas, which is about 45 minutes outside of Austin. And I visit because the stories that people carry inside of these detention centers are really important, and I think speak to a human rights crisis that is going on in the US, but I think also just worldwide, in terms of people who are fleeing very violent situations, who are economic refugees in addition to being political refugees. And I think it's really important for those stories to not only get out, but for the people that are inside of detention have some kind of friendship and support from people who are on the outside, who are able to visibly show and demonstrate by sitting there with them and listening to their stories, that they care. I think it's really important to in that way help build the power of people who are detained, so that when they are able to be released and get outside and hopefully reunite with their families, they have that memory of having that kind of support and the value of their voice and their dignity as human beings in order to continue with that struggle outside of the detention centers.
Right. And why should, if you were to talk to somebody right now and they were saying, well, I don't know, I mean, I'm not convinced I should visit, what difference is it really going to make, what would you say?
I would tell people that even though they may believe that visitation doesn't seem as though it's something that's really important, you experience the warmth that people embrace you with when you visit, with just the act of recognizing their humanity and providing that friendship and breaking that isolation of detention. People who are detained very rarely receive visits, in my experience, and just having that support, I think, can make all the difference in the world for someone who is really isolated inside of a detention center and is experiencing different types of emotional, psychological crises. Having that kind of support from someone who is able to accompany them through this time and again affirm their humanity and their worth as human beings is really valuable, and I think leaves a really, really lasting impression.